We're all a little bit nervous because Mentalist, Eric Samuels, is here. What does a Mentalist do, Eric?
He's reading our minds already.
I know, it's scaring me. Stop.
Wow, you've set the bar so high, expectations here. I better get this right. I use psychology, suggestion, and stagecraft to demonstrate the extraordinary capabilities of the human mind. I like to refer to them as acts of astonishment.
Mm-hmm.
So this idea of communication, I mean, we hear a lot about it. A lot of it is nonverbal. Let's talk about impression management. The keys to making a good first impression, and most importantly, how you remember the person's name, because when you meet a lot of people, that's very difficult.
Well, the two things actually are very much connected. Hi, I'm Eric Samuels, and you are?
Riaz, nice to meet you.
Excellent, Riaz. Very nice to meet you. I repeated your name, I made eye contact, I smiled, and it wasn't a fake smile, it was a full face smile. Now, Riaz, the other thing I'm going to do is mention your name while we're talking. And then, very nice to have met you, Riaz. Hope to see you again soon. I use your name when we conclude the conversation, and I lock that in memory. And then there's another level to that, which is creating a visual impression of you that's exaggerated. For instance, if you want to remember my name, which is Eric, I have red hair, Eric the Red, Viking Eric the Red. Imagine this crazy-looking Viking with massively red hair and a beard, and lock that in. Next time you see me, you'll visualize that
context.
And now you'll go, Eric, and you'll remember the name. That's a really preliminary way of doing that, but you accomplish both things. When I met you, I smiled, I looked at you in the eye, which is very important, and we made that connection.
Using the name is key, though.
Using the name at the beginning, during the conversation, and at the end of the conversation is very important. And the other thing is to be in the moment. Quite often, we're focusing on our next thought. Similarly, when we're having conversations with people, you know when the disconnect occurs, when they start thinking about how they're going to respond to what you're saying, they're no longer listening to you. And we can get that visual cue just by paying attention.
Okay, I'm no longer listening to you because we've only got 2 minutes, and I want to know what's going on with the cup. What's happening
We have
with
a
the
cup on the table, Eric.
Well, part of the key to all of this, I think there's some real misconceptions about reading nonverbal communication. For instance, if you don't make eye contact, it means you're lying. That's not necessarily true. If you look to the right, you're thinking of old information, or the left, new. Not necessarily so. The key is to establish a baseline of behavior, and then look for anomalies, things that are inconsistent. So, for instance, if you're in a new relationship, and let's say, Riaz, you're out on a dinner date, and she says, you know, I only seem to date losers and freaks, and you're thinking, wow, which one am I?
Well, that's about to change if she's with me out for dinner.
Absolutely.
Right.
And then a few months later, in that intimate relationship, she just looks at you a certain way, and you're a mind reader. You know exactly what she's thinking, because we've established that baseline of behavior. Now we know the anomalies to look for. So we're going to try that here with you.
Oh, great.
Okay. So the first thing I want you to do is look at me and just count from 1 to 6. Go ahead and do that.
Out loud?
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
All right, now we have a die. I want you to place the die down with a number that you select face up, just like this, and then put the cup on top so I can't see the number, and tell me when you're done. Do that quickly, please.
So she counts up to 6 on this.
Now I want you to count once again.
Trust me here.
Go ahead.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
That was very good. You held it to the 6.
I tried so hard.
You held it to the 6, but then you let it go, which means that that's probably a 5.
Let's see. Pull it out.
Oh, there's a 5. So let's try this one more time. But this is where I want to take things from the probable to the improbable. We're going to do something here that's a little crazy. This, Riaz, as you'll recognize, is a blindfold. I don't know if that's the model that you...
This is what I sleep with every night.
Confirm, please, that that's opaque. You can't see through it.
You cannot see through it. Am I putting it on him?
No, you're going to put it on me, actually.
Oh, I'm putting it on you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we've got like 30 seconds. Okay. So we've got to hustle on this.
Here, I'll do that, and you sit down.
Okay, do it.
And I want you to choose another number, and go ahead and do that quickly. I'm even going to turn away. You can repeat the same number, which
hold it up to
many people
hold it
do.
Up to Milan so they see it. Get that close up.
Done.
All right.
You done?
Yeah, done.
Give me your right wrist. And again, only in your mind this time, count from 1 to 6, starting now. Okay. I'm going to say that's a 2.
Unbelievable. How did you do that?
There we go.
Holding this up. This man's going to be at Cascades Casino performing
Friday.
this week. Details on screen.
7 o'clock. Gotta go.
Walking away
I can't
right now.
even. Eric,
He can read
you have to
minds.
come back and do more of this.
Love to.
Would you? Please.
Absolutely.
That was mind-boggling. Hit our website, get the information. Team building as well. Eric will do business gatherings and teach your crew how to read people, because clearly he's really good at it. It's making me mad. We're going to take a break here and wrap up Breakfast Television in a moment.
Right here.
8:55.